Hello, Ickle Pickle Magic fans. How's it going? It's Adam, your favorite magic maker, right here at the shop. I've got a few things to show you tonight and a couple of exciting updates. So first I'll go with the updates. So I think we have finally found a metal spinner. I found a company in Indianapolis that that is a full-time metal spinning company. They've still got a couple guys that spin by hand, which is what we need for our smaller order type stuff that we do. And they don't really do minimum orders. I had them work up a quote for a couple things. It looks like their pricing is going to be fairly in line with what we're used to. So I think it's going to be a good fit. So I'm going to, here in the next couple weeks, get started on getting some of the metal stuff going again. Stick in the comments what you would like to see come back first. So I'm thinking probably either aqua vases or dove pans are the two that I'm thinking of bringing back kind of at the forefront. But I've got to get the tooling up to them and get pricing worked out on those two things. But it's looking pretty promising. Another thing is I had a seamstress lined up a few weeks ago, a couple months ago actually, and after she got started, she realized it was going to be more orders and more time consuming than what she really had time for, because she also ran her own sewing business for like craft fairs and stuff like that. And so she bowed out pretty quick. She made a few things, but it wasn't really enough to get going and get inventory restocked on some of that stuff. So I've been kind of, as wholesale orders and stuff have come in, I've been sewing them myself. I can sew, I don't love to, but I can get by in a pinch. I'm just not fast at it, and it's not my favorite thing to do. But as I was doing this, my mom, who recently is semi-retired, and used to, whenever I was a kid, made wedding dresses and prom dresses and sewed and all kinds of stuff like that, has decided that she is kind of bored in her semi-retirement phase and would like to start sewing again. So I think she is going to start making some things for me, and so I've got a list of things I'm going to have her start on here soon, and we'll get that going, and I'll announce those as I'm coming. I'll announce one of them here in just a minute because I want to show you an update that we've made to something. But I do want to show you a couple of tricks today. So first off, it's not really a magic trick, but this is a great comedy bit and MC bit. So you're going to have this big piece of paper and you're going to bring out, and you're going to talk about how, my wife and I were just house hunting, and she found this, this house online, and she just fell in love. She's, it's 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, and everybody in our house, including our dog, would have their own bathroom in this place, and multiple acres of yard and everything. But then I showed her the price tag on it, and she said, okay, yeah, that's a little bit out of our price range. And so I looked around a little bit, and I found this house, and so I showed her here. And it was a nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch, kind of in a nice little subdivision. And I showed it to her, and she said, well, it's not bad. She goes, but where will my mom sleep, or where will my mother-in-law sleep? And so I told her, well, it does have the perfect option for the mother-in-law suite right there in the backyard, just like that. And so this is called Looking for a House. They are up. It is made out of a durable, like Tyvek no-tear paper. I mean, if you really, really, really wanted to tear it, you probably could, but it's not gonna tear up on you. It's nicely folded. It'll come with the whole routine and instructions for you. Comes pre-folded, so you don't have to try to figure out where all the folds go and all that stuff. But it's a fun little routine if you do MCing, or if you do any kind of stand-up type magic shows. Great routine for that. So I've got plenty of these. Well, actually, I've got a handful of them left. I can always print more, but it's hard telling how quick that'll happen if they do sell out. But I do have a few, so if you're interested in those, go ahead and get your order in for that. All right, I said I was going to mention something about the sewing stuff. So our previous, we have Devil's Hanks, and we've had those for a while, and they have been a 14 and a half by 14 and a half or so thing. And I had somebody reach out to me and said that it was just not big enough to really get your hands in easily, and it just wasn't the most deceiving because of the size. And they asked if you know, we could go to a 19 by 19 or a bigger size Devil's Hank. I got to looking at these. I had not really messed with them much since I bought the company, but I kind of tend to agree. They are a little bit on the small side. You can't get a very big load in them, you know, if you were doing like coins or like some of the silk tricks and stuff that we've got. They're all right, but if you're trying to, you know, vanish a wine glass or a phone or something along those lines, they're just not the most deceptive in the world. The reason they were made this size is because it's the most efficient use of fabric. They were able to get 3 out of a yard, I believe, instead of just 1 or something along those lines. I don't remember exactly why, but they could get more out of the fabric and have less waste in the fabric. But you know, if it's not working for everybody, then we need to adjust. And so this was on a recent wholesale order, was the one that told me this. He asked if we could do it, so he went ahead and ordered some, and so I've been sewing these on this wholesale order, and I'm pretty happy with how they've turned out on this 19 by 19 Devil's Hank here. So it's still a 2-pocket Devil's Hank, still got the things to make it easy to make sure you're grabbing the right corners in there and everything. Got a few different patterns. I've stopped with the floral patterns. I'm guessing that was a pricing thing or just what the fabric house had, but most of what I've got is a kind of darker, less gender specific type pattern on there and anything. So this one is, this was my favorite. It's blue with little stars all over it, so kind of cartoon magician, stereotypical magician, perfect fabric. So these will, like I said, this is going out with a wholesale order, but that's going to be one of the first things I have my mom start working on as she is getting to work on sewing things for me. So I'm going to have her start making those, and I will put them up and make an announcement as soon as we have them ready. But they are a 19 by 19 Devil's Hank. Once those go live, I will probably, probably here soon, I will start clearancing out the smaller ones. Unless people think that there is a market for the smaller ones, then I'll keep them around and we'll continue making those as well. But for the most part, I'm guessing that they will probably be a clearanced out, and then we'll just go from there. All right, and this is the one I'm most excited for. This has been one of my favorite Ickle Pickle tricks for a while. DJ was having trouble finding some of the parts for it. I happened to just be going through the box, found quite a few of the missing part, and was able to track down the rest of the parts. But this is the Ickle Pickle Nickel. Great pocket trick. It's a great beginner trick. It's very very kid-friendly, very no slights or anything like that. But you do have this colored disc, and you've got a nickel that sits right on top of it. And we're going to put the nickel, we're going to slide that off in our hand right there, just like that. I'm going to put the colored disc right on top of it here. And then we're going to snap our fingers, wave it around just like that. And whenever we lift the colored disc up, the nickel has all of a sudden shrunken. That's right, it is still a nickel, but it is now about 3/8 of an inch in diameter. And this magic disc is what did all the magic right there. It's got some fuzz on it from my pocket, but great trick. One of my favorites. It comes with the mini nickel, comes with a magic disc, and it comes with the very special Ickle Pickle nickel, just like that. That makes all the magic happen. So if you would like that trick, they are up live on the website now. you know, I just have a limited few. I don't know how easy it's going to be for me to track down the missing part of them, you know, going forward, but I'll do what I can. But, you know, it could be once these sell out, they're out. I don't know. We'll see. But take care. Have a great weekend, great week. I guess it's only Tuesday. It's not the weekend yet. Wishful thinking, I guess. But as you're prepping for Halloween, hopefully you have a lot of great shows this week, and we will catch you around. Have a good one. Bye-bye.